Prisma Affair, and this is my partner.
My name is Sir Wei Dong. My name is Ong Kuan Darwish, and I hold the Make ID SLIPS 250401.
And it's 507627. To begin with, can you introduce more about yourself, sir, and why are you interested in aviation?
Okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum and good evening too. And thank you for inviting me to this short podcast interview. Alright, so as an introduction, my name is Sir Muhammad Hanif Mahat. Okay, currently I'm a Unicamp lecturer, okay, here in this campus. And in terms of my background, previously I've taken my bachelor in Law and Commerce. Okay, and then I'm pursuing my master in business administration, and at the moment I'm pursuing my PhD in entrepreneurship. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit about me.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, can I ask one question? Can you share us your journey in the aviation industry so far?
Okay, related to that question, okay, regarding the aviation journey. Okay. So just now, I believe you have noticed that I'm mentioning all my past experience in my academic journey. Okay, so technically, I don't have an aviation background. However, when I stepped into this campus, Unicamp, it's my first time knowing more about aviation industry. Okay, so my role here in this campus is as a research lecturer. So apparently I'm doing more research on aviation. Okay, and for you guys to understand, okay, the simple thing that I did is, for example, like writing an article about aviation, okay, and a few of my articles is related to the history of aviation, how does it start, and how does the aviation scene in this country. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Alright, what has been one of the most memorable for rewarding experience you had during your time in aviation?
Okay. Actually, this year, okay, I believe you guys know about Lima.
Yeah.
Right? Lima 2025 in Langkawi. Supposedly this year I will be there, okay, because I want to experience the first time at Lima, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. If not that kind of experience I can share in this podcast. Alright, other than that, aviation experience that I really appreciate the most is when I got the chance to visit my IPT students. Okay, IPT students here in Unicamp. Okay, some of them went to airlines like Malaysia Airlines, Batik Air, Asia. So I got that experience. Okay, I went to their office. I looked at the management part, the operation department, okay, the flow, and yeah, it's a good input for me. Okay, and other experience like a few of our students do their internship at Oasis in Petaling Jaya. Okay, and actually that area is considered as our own circle, aviation circle. Okay, Batik Air is there. Okay, we can see a lot of cabin crew doing training there. Okay, and then there's a flight operation company also there. Okay, and not to forget a company that enroll the safety and security also there. So yeah, I've been visiting a few of the officers, and yeah, it's a good input and good insight.
Yeah. So
I would like to ask, in the aviation industry, what is one of the major challenges that people will be facing as dealing with flight now in the current stage?
Challenges for the Gen Z or generally?
Generally.
Okay. Alright. Okay. In the context of nation industry, there's a lot of industry. Okay, and one of it is aviation industry. Okay, and the players inside this industry, as we all know, it's not so many. Right? Even you guys, after you graduate, you start working at, let's say, airlines or maybe at Subang Sky Park, for example. You will see the same faces. Okay, maybe it's like our seniors, sometimes it's our ex-Unicanians, right? Okay. So, the question that you asked me just now is actually probably my answer will be the same like the others, like in terms of the perspective. Okay, and challenges in aviation, right? Okay. I want to talk and relate it more on individual skills. Okay. I give you one example. Okay, let's say those who are working in the flight operation. Okay. There's a problem actually related to the turnover rate among employees. Okay, from time to time, let's say you look at the stats, the first quarter of the year, the second quarter of the year, the third quarter of the year, the number of turnover is pretty high. Okay, and that's why I want to relate with the individual skills. Okay, not when we talk about working with the employer, it's not just about the discipline of a person, but individual skills is very important. And one that I can relate is decision making. Okay, when you want to decide on something, okay, and that decision will affect others and also give impact to the situation. For example, okay, I think you guys know. Okay, in the context of airline operation, okay, there are so many flights every day. Okay, and if let's say a plane or aircraft already touched down, okay, they couldn't stay long before they take the next takeoff, right? Okay, so if let's say in certain situation, one department mess up, okay, and cause a delay, okay, it will cause the airline to pay more money on the additional substantial fees.
Yeah.
Okay, so even a few minutes because of that mess decision, it caused a loss lah for airline. That was one of a simple example that I can give.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, sir. Alright, for the next question. Aviation often one of the most safest mode of transport, right? In your opinion, sir, how important is safety in daily operation, and how is it practiced?
Okay, we talk about safety and security in the aspect of malpractice. Okay, it's very important, and in fact, if you compare that aspect and the safety of a person, actually, from a perspective of an individual, we will put the priority on the safety of the operation first before us. Okay, because if the main security aspect is being messed up, of course it will affect us. Okay, one example I can give. Okay, let's say one of the department, okay, the operation part, having issue on the misalignment schedule, for example. Okay, or maybe or any situation like, okay, in a department, there's always a few that we call as a supervisor, which has been given the task and must stand by on that specific period. However, there is a situation where that important person are missing. Okay, maybe they have emergency, maybe they are on annual leave, maybe they are not available on that day. Okay, so the remaining staff that are available, they need to cover up for his or her role. Okay, so the worst part is that, okay, when someone is not eligible or maybe not competent enough, okay, to take note on the safety aspect. That is where minor things happens on that time. Okay, and it may relate to the engineering part of the aircraft. Okay, even a small part like wire, okay, that is been damaged or need to be replaced. Okay, but if a person who didn't have awareness or maybe don't have initiative, okay, to take note on that, okay, it may cause and lead to a high risk of safety lah. Okay, so because the logically thinking is like this. Okay, if you manage to change a minor part, okay, it will save your money. Okay, but if you didn't care and just it's okay, we may change it in the next month. Okay, perhaps that kind of decision making, okay, will lead to other high costs lah, in terms of maintenance part.
Since both of us are future people that are going to work in the aviation industry, what are some of the skills that are needed? As you said, as Sir said earlier before this, one of it is decision making, but what are some of the other skills that are crucial for students like us who are going to work in the industry in the future?
Okay, alright. I will give you another two. Second is, I would say, social skills. Okay, it's not about mingling and chatting around. No, when you stepping into the career world, you will meet lots of people, a lot of experts, a lot of people from different background. Okay, but when you already pick that specific position, you need to, of course, you need to work with them 24/7. Okay. For those who are in the operation department, you guys will. But when you already pick that specific position, you need to, of course, you need to work with them 24/7. Okay. For those who are in the operation department, you guys will work according to the shift hours. Right? Maybe in the day, or maybe you need to stand by during the night. Okay, so social skill is very important, and I give you one simple example. Okay, like one of our lecturer, Sir Nazrin, has been working in Sky Park before. I've seen that until today, he got a habit that his handphone is always on his hand whenever he go. Never left the handphone on the table, no. Because that habit is from his previous workplace. Okay, why? Because when you are working, you are communicating with other people and department. So if any order, you need to respond fast. You need to decide fast. You need to direct the communication to other channel fast. Because the lapse of second, okay, which may cause things like loss to the company, okay, and you may be in trouble in the next day when you meet the manager, for example. So it's that part is very important. Okay. And why social skill? Because like look at Sir Nazir now. There's no need to be shy with older people. There's no need to be shy with the superior people. Okay, you must adapt yourself pretty well. Okay, get along and willing to learn more. Okay, so that is how you can grow and survive in this aviation industry. The third one, I would say, time management skills. Okay, is that you manage yourself pretty well. Okay. Those who are working shift hours, you must be aware that, as we all know, yes, when you working for 2 days straight, you will get 2 days off. That's normal. However, in certain situation, if the company needs you and want to put you on standby, you may work for 4 straight hours. Okay, and yeah, of course that will be getting an extra pay. But why you need to have a good time management is that you might relate it to yourself, okay, and adjust yourself according to the timing, how many hours that you need to spend on resting, and then you get back to work again. So yeah, you need to be fit and also be ready to any kind of situation, mentally, physically. So must be balanced. Yeah. So that is the other two skills that I can share.
What advice will you give to young people or students who are interested in career in aviation?
Okay, alright. You want to be specific?
Yeah.
I mean, which one do you want to pick? Is it pilot? Is it a cabin crew? Is it a operation? People?
For pilot one. Pilot.
Okay, let's say we talk about pilot. The things that they need to aware of. Can you feel your question? Advice or my advice? Okay. Pilot. Okay, I think I want to talk about this aviation career lah. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind your ambition is want to be a pilot, want to be a cabin crew, want to be a flight dispatcher. Okay. First things first is that you must know what you are gonna do in the present day, what you are gonna do in the next 2 years, and what are your vision for the next 10 years. Okay, I take flight dispatcher as an example. Okay, let's say you want to pursue for flight dispatcher. Okay, of course lah, you need to complete your course here in Unicamp. Okay, finish your diploma, and you have a chance, and then you go for a degree. Okay, same like our graduates before, they do the same thing. Okay. Alright, so to become a flight dispatcher, okay, you need to know that you have to get a license. Okay, you apply for a license. And applying a license costs a lot of money. Okay, so before you make such decision to apply for a license, you need to prepare yourself. You need to take a test, you will attending interview, okay, and you will see how the knowledge that you have, okay, whether it suits or consider ready before you start the career as a flight dispatcher. Okay, don't worry if you fail or if you cannot perform in the test, because we as a normal human being, we can always redo again and again and again. Okay, as long as you have the spirit, yeah, fighting spirit, okay, then I really hope that it will not drag you down, you guys down. Okay, like Sir Nazrin, okay, he already told me before that he has one ambition. He wants to become a flight dispatcher in Europe. Okay, so but to get that license, it costs a lot of money and it's very competitive. Okay, so what he did now is that he become a lecturer, and why he is working here again, because he wants to increase his working experience first. Okay, so if the future employers looking at our CV, okay, you have 5 years experience in aviation industry, even though you are a lecturer, then it's still acceptable because we are in the same area. Okay, so when he is ready and going to apply at the right time, at the right moment, so yeah, one day he will go and apply for the license. And currently his age right now is only 26. He still got time lah, okay, to apply. Maybe 2 years more.
There's one of the questions that I would like to ask. What are your thoughts on the future of aviation?
Okay, my thoughts.
Yeah.
The good one or bad one?
Both.
Both.
Better.
Okay. Let's talk about the bad one. As we all know, AI technology is demanding, is increasing, and people, especially the experts, are predicting that in the future maybe there are no more pilots. Everything is being automatically done. Okay, the plane can fly by themselves and just monitored from the ADC. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, it's quite worrying because it will cause trouble in order to allocate the young generation to work in this industry. Okay. That's the bad one lah. But I believe it may happen, but government, the agency must play their role to control and still giving the chance for the people to serve in this country. Okay, the good one is that same with the technology. Okay, there are so many good things that impact us. Okay, in this industry as a players. For example, for those who want to become a cabin crew, okay, even though you are not completing yet your diploma, do you guys have a Nintendo?
Used to, but
Okay, I give one example. Like the game itself, right? We can play the aircraft game, right? How to fly the aircraft. Okay? We can see the flight simulation. Okay, actually from that game, people who have passion in aviation, okay, they got the interest from there. Okay, and then game is a game. Okay, but still, in another level, when you want to challenge yourself, then we can use the real simulation, okay, in order to test whether we are fit or not to become a pilot. Okay.
flying simulator.
Yeah, flying simulator. And the other level is that you guys are joining the real pilot school, and you can see it's a new level, and the facilities that is being offered to you is much more interesting lah. There's a lot of aircraft, 737, and you can see one of your eyes, okay, the real thing that has been applied to a pilot. Okay. That's one. Another one is for cabin crew as well. If they are going for the cabin crew academy, the facilities are interesting. Okay. In fact, in the academy, they also expose the students to the real aircraft. Okay, let's say in a situation where how a cabin crew need to react on emergency. Okay, so yeah, they will do their practice there. Okay, how to open the door during the emergency, how to follow the procedure and calming the passenger, and let's say if there's a fire in the aircraft, what to do. Yeah, so yeah, all the things will be taught in that academy. And related to technology, yeah, nowadays most of the cabin crew academy, they apply also like us. We have a pilot simulation, right? They have a cabin crew simulation as well. Okay, so the emergency situation that I just told just now, they apply it inside the simulation training. Okay, so yeah, I think youngsters now is very lucky because you can get two kind of experience, okay? The physical one and the virtual one. So I believe after you guys finish the training of becoming a pilot or cabin crew, you guys might develop very fast rather than comparing to the older employees or the generation that apply the conventional method.
That's the final question that you just said. So thank you so much, Sally, for sharing your time with us today. It was truly inspiring to share your experience and knowledge with us today. So yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Faris and Darwish. Okay, no problem. So, that's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.